Hi everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. How you guys doing today? It's Friday, TGIF Friday. Guys, I'm glad the week is over. It's been like a crazy week because my schedule changed a little bit and I've been all over the place. And, I can never tell you what time I could be here. So please subscribe to the channel so that you will always get a notification as to when I'm on so you can join me here. Well, guys, two things I want to say before we jump into this discussion, the topic of discussion today. I like to talk to you guys when I first come on because you are my listeners. I've been doing this for over a year now, probably a year, maybe a year and a half now. And so, those who watch me, I am very like concerned about my listeners. So I talk to you like I would a friend that I'm visiting or etc. And the first thing I always ask you guys, how was your day? How are you doing? And the reason why I do that is because I want people to know that I care and that even though I don't know you guys personally, because some of the things I'm talking about, I know you guys have gone through it, some of you, or maybe many of you. And I want people to feel welcome here. And I'm not just here reading a script or etc. or so forth. I'm here talking about real things, real situations that affect our physical and mental health. And so I just want to make sure people are okay. And another reason why I do that, I know someone that not too long ago during a shutdown committed suicide. And I was in shock and pain because of it. Because you never know what somebody is going through. And that's why I always talk about taking the time, even if you're out somewhere and somebody look like they just want to talk, even though you don't know that person, never just say, oh, I don't know him and her, that's their problem, so what, etc. Because you could be saving a life. And this is why when I stop by here on these videos to chat with you guys, to uplift you, the first thing I want to know if you guys are okay. How are you doing? How was your day? Did you take time out of your schedule for yourself, which is important because that raises your vibration and help your mental health. Because outside of, you know, um, your home and etc., as soon as you go out, there's toxicity. There's a lot of negativity. And we take that in on a daily basis, whether we're at work or out doing errands or whatever we are and about doing and it's important that we take time out every day of our schedule, no matter how busy we are, to take care of ourselves, to first make sure our mental and physical health is okay. And that's why I always want to know if you guys are okay. How was your day? Tell me in the comment category how you're doing and how these videos are helping you. You don't have to go into details about your situation. If it resonates with you, what I'm saying that I've gone through, um, you know, you can help somebody else if you're going through what they've gone through. Because I always share how I've gotten through these things, because none of this is easy. So that's the first thing I want to say. I'm always going to ask you guys before I jump into a topic of discussion how you're doing. And that's important. And the second thing I'm going to say before we start this topic of discussion is tomorrow. I don't know where you guys live, but tomorrow is early voting. So if you got everything in order, please make sure you vote. This election is so important. A lot is on the table here. Freedoms, rights, all of it is on the table here. So think about this and please encourage your friends and family and everyone else to come out and vote as well. Okay, with that being said, everybody, let's jump into this topic of discussion. It's not going to be very long today. The topic of discussion is: do not be afraid to embrace your new beginnings. Don't be afraid of it. As you heal and you start to see the results in your life and you see improvement, which doesn't happen right away. It takes time, but as you persevere through all the challenges and things that happen, and you continue to take care of yourself, you're going to see a difference, and it's going to be a positive one. Don't be afraid of it, embrace it. And as you do that, set boundaries for yourself when you're healing, and let people know why you're setting these boundaries. That's important. Well, I need to heal some things in my life. I've been going through A, B, C, and D. Like I said, you don't have to share what you're going through with other people. Just let people know you may not be available for a while in a way that you may have always been in the past or whatever, because you're healing and you need time to do that. And if someone can't respect that, set boundaries, and that's how I started. And I also want to encourage you guys to reach out to a therapist, a grief therapist, or whatever you're going through, because that's the starting point. And once you start doing that on a regular basis, then you find creative ways to help yourself, mentally and physically. It's so important. And do not let anyone deter you from the path of healing and taking care of yourself and self-investment. You know, um, Never be afraid to embrace these new beginnings, because this is all good stuff that you deserve in your life. And never sell yourself short. And when I say never sell yourself short, never allow people to tell you what you deserve and what you should have, and etc. So forth. People was doing that with me all the time, and when people say some stupid stuff to me, I laugh now, because I used to get upset and cry about it, but I laugh because I find it so ridiculous. When you start to heal and feel better, you do better. And then you start to take care of yourself more and more. Then you start to love yourself. Not be in love with yourself, but love yourself enough to know what you deserve and what you don't deserve. And what I started to do is what I don't deserve, I started to set boundaries. And when people and I kind of had a feeling that certain type of people that were in my life were going to cross those boundaries. And that's when I jumped on a bandwagon and cut off, block, and delete, and realized that I was worth it just as much as the next person. And when you understand your self-worth, you're not going to just settle for anything. You're not going to just settle for a relationship because you've been alone for a long time. You're not going to just settle for anything because somebody is cute and you don't know if their intentions are pure or impure. You got to see the whole package, what's going on, and take your time. Never allow anyone to rush you into something that you're not ready for. You take your time, let things happen naturally, whether it's a friendship, whether you are looking for a romantic partner, etc., or making an important decision where you have to sign on a dotted line. Take your time instead of making impulsive decisions. That's what I've learned so far as well, since I've been on this journey to heal. Not to make impulsive decisions, to make decisions based on taking my time, listening to my intuition. Does this feel okay? You know, because if your intuition will tells you or make you feel like something is not right, you have to listen to that, because your intuition is trying to tell you something about that particular situation. In the past, I would ignore it because I would just do impulsive things, and I don't do those things anymore. I've learned self-discipline, and I've learned to take my time, and that's important. And as you're on this journey, you also build up your self-esteem. The more that you take time out for yourself, and healing can be anything. Taking time out, music, take a bubble bath, take time out to listen to videos. That's what I did also during the shutdown. Listen to a lot of positive videos. So, and I still do that today to uplift my spirit, especially if I had a difficult day. Some music and then some positive videos, and do these things because it's going to keep you in an upright and positive, keep your vibration positive. And as I said in the video yesterday, um, pull back your energy if someone is trying to draw you into toxicity. Set boundaries, pull back your energy, and heal. No one has a right to tell you you can't heal. No one has a right to tell you that um, you have to be subservient to them. It's important that we take care of ourselves, because if our mental and physical health is not okay, we can't do anything for ourselves or anybody or anything else. And please always keep that in mind and persevere through all the noise and the gossip, the lies, or whatever bandwagon of toxicity that people are on. Tune that out and stay focused on yourself. Close the doors to toxicity. And as you start to do the work and feel better, and you see these new doors open up, then you close the doors to the past of toxicity, because you can't have two and three and four doors open and then try to go to that new door of beginnings. Those other doors have to be closed. And I had to learn that as well, because those people and situations and circumstances were never supposed to stay in my life. Those things were there to teach me lessons so that I can be strong, be assertive, and stand up for myself, take care of myself. The things that I wasn't doing before because I was too focused and busy on being subservient to other people. So those lessons taught me to redirect the attention from the toxicity and put it on myself. Remember, people, learn how to turn pain into power. Heal, start the healing process. And as you grow and evolve, you will learn how to turn that pain into power. Never give your power to somebody else so that they can treat you like a puppet on a string where they're navigating your life and your situation. Never allow that, because people can't do those things unless you invite them through the door to do it. It's just like those vampire movies. They can't just come into your house. You have to invite them in. And the same thing when it comes to, people controlling you and telling you what to do and when and etc. They can't do those things unless you hand over your power to them. And never do that, people. Always know your self-worth. Heal and learn how to turn that pain into power. Keep investing in yourself, and never settle for less than you deserve, just because. And sometimes it may get lonely, because as you start to grow and heal, some people may not understand the new you and who you are. So they kind of distance themselves from you, especially when you start to set boundaries. They may distance themselves from you. And that may be okay, because maybe they're not meant to stay in your life. They were just there for that particular lesson that you needed to learn or situation. Remember, people and circumstances come into our life for a reason, season, lifetime, or lesson. And carrying toxicity is not what we should be doing. It's like going up a hill with a ton of bricks on your back and expecting to run up that hill. It can't. It's because those bricks are holding you down and tearing you down. Once you get rid of those bricks off your back, you can feel lighter and then go up that hill easily. And this is like with toxicity, getting rid of that out of your life so that you can go and heal all the trauma and the pain and the grief and etc. And then as you heal and you stay in a place of self-investment, you start to feel better, and then you start to understand these lessons. And once you learn them, you don't have to repeat them. Those doors can be closed. And then as you do more and more in yourself, little by little, and take those steps, like I always say, I stay in prayer asking God to help me, and I give burdens to him. I make vows, and then when all this stuff feels like it's closing in, I give the burdens to God. And if he sees that I'm in the upright and doing my part, God will do the rest. He will take 2, 3, 4 steps on your behalf as well. Just don't give up on yourself. And if you don't love yourself, people, how do you expect anybody else to love you? Always know your self-worth, and never just allow yourself to get into situations with others because you feel lonely. Take time out to take care of yourself, get to know yourself. And then when you love yourself, you can give love to others. You can do things, in a better way. because you feel better, you do better. And then you start to feel the inner peace. And when you feel that inner peace, you're unbothered by the noise and the BS and the things that people are trying to draw you into. And that's what I was dealing with too. A lot of people trying to, I mean, with the vicious lies. Oh, Lisa did this and that and blah, blah. And I'm nowhere around these people, haven't been around these people for 6, 7 years, 3 years or whatever. And because they don't like the new Lisa and I cut off, block, and delete, then they want to start the noise. And what I do is give them the medicine of silence, my silence, and then give those burdens to God, and God gives them right back to them because it belongs to them. So that I can stay focused on my healing and not be distracted by the noise and the drama of toxicity. People, is so much better to experience peace, inner peace. And don't be afraid of the new beginnings, because it's going to be better doors that open up for you. People who are going, genuine people who are going to come into your life and support you and uplift you instead of tearing you down. It is so important to stay at a place of peace instead of being broken down into pieces. That's the message today. Please share this video with other people. And also, I want you to challenge yourself. And if you're out in a supermarket or somewhere shopping and you see someone and they look like they need someone to talk to, even if you don't know that person, if you take 5 minutes out of your schedule just to listen to them, because I do that a lot. When I'm in the supermarket, there, especially older people, sometimes not older people, they're going through something and they just don't know me and they come up and talk to me. I'm not going to turn them away. I sit and talk to them because I could be saving somebody's life who's on the brink of suicide. And just 5 minutes of my time, 10 minutes to talk to them and encourage them and uplift them may make a difference between life and death. Please always keep that in mind. If you know someone who needs to be encouraged, please be there for them. Thank you again, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Don't forget to vote if early voting, or, just make sure you're voting, whether you vote in the early voting or actually on election day. Just please make sure you do that. It's so important. Thank you. This is Lisa, always encouraging you guys and lifting you up. Share these videos, invite people to the channel, and thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And have a great weekend, guys, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.